Welcome back to Building Character, where we figure out how to play as your favorite fictional characters in Dungeons & Dragons. Join the Patreon to vote for Bumblebee or Optimus Prime, and like and subscribe to stay in my heart next time you play. Maybe. Today we're building Tarzan, king of the jungle and lord over all the apes. Sure, he could hardly put 4 words together, but he can rustle a gorilla to the ground, so he's a bit more than a crash test dummy. That joke is for the same amount of humans Tarzan is friends with before his 20s. Let's start off with our goals for this build. First, we need to get some bigger buddies with the best backup in the business, the monkey business. Next, we need to go fast through the jungle and float through the air and climb up trees. Finally, we need to keep it light. If you've got a killer body, you might as well show it off, even if it's just to like elephants. At least they won't forget. For stats, we'll be using the standard point buy from the player's handbook. Roll for stats if you want, just keep your multi-classing minimums in mind. Dexterity and wisdom need to both be 15. You're quick and nimble when you need to be, and you're very popular with animals. Strength next, you don't get washboard abs by doing a bunch of laundry. You really only have one outfit. What do you wear when you wash the one loincloth? Who taught you how to wear a loincloth? Who taught you how to shave? Those are questions I have. Constitution can hang out at 12. If you wrestle a silverback, you need bones of steel. The real reason we went point buy is not to make things good though, it's because you need to dump intelligence and charisma down in the depths of a fathomless abyss. Jane likes you because you're as shredded as Taco Bell lettuce, not because you're a witty conversationalist, so I don't want anyone saying, oh, but someone loves him, he has to have high charisma. You can absolutely fall in love with low charisma. You just have to save someone from a leopard. Tarzan is a gorilla. Wait, he's a human? He just lives with gorillas? Wild, man. And since you're a wild man, we'll grab the mobile feat that adds 10 feet to your movement speed. Creatures you attack with a melee attack can't make opportunity attacks against you, and you can dash over difficult terrain without spending any extra movement. That means you can run around the jungle barefoot without getting a splinter. I don't even feel comfortable barefoot in my apartment. That's true, I'm recording the script right now and I put socks on because I felt weird. Bump your dexterity and your wisdom with your 2 free points, take intimidation for your skill of choice, and the athlete background for athletics and acrobatics proficiency to slam like a silverback and scoot like a snake. We'll kick things off as a ranger, giving us 3 skills from the ranger list. Survival, medicine, and of course animal handling will be perfect for you. You can even get better at animal handling thanks to Canny at level 1, letting you double your proficiency bonus with a skill of your choice. Yeah, animal handling is the one I want. To better understand the animals, choose beasts for your favorite enemy, giving you advantage on checks to track them down. You could also grab favorite foe, but it's not very good, even if favorite enemy also isn't very good. Second level rangers get a better version of favorite foe from their spells. Hunter's Mark lets you pick a creature to deal an extra d6 of damage to with each of your attacks, and you get advantage on survival checks to track them for an hour depending on your concentration. People dunk on the ranger class, but this spell single-handedly bumps your damage up to snuff with the other martial classes. Animal friendship forces a wisdom saving throw on a beast. If they fail, they're charmed by you for 24 hours, helping you out like a friend would. This ends early if you or an ally attacks them, but Clayton wasn't really your friend, he was just after your gorillas. You also get a fighting style. The way you use your spear could benefit from dueling for +2 to damage rolls with attacks with a weapon you're wielding one-handed. Great weapon fighting would let you re-roll 1s and 2s on damage die, and thrown weapon fighting would add 2 to the damage of a thrown weapon attack. Spears are really versatile weapons. That's not just a pun, they're literally versatile, dealing a d6 when wielded one-handed or a d8 when wielded two-handed, and you can throw it. Pretty great, even though it has to use your strength modifier at the moment. Again though, I think dueling is the best one to use for you. To make the spear, use your much better dexterity modifier, hop over to monk for martial arts. This lets you use any simple melee weapon that doesn't have the heavy or two-handed property with your dexterity modifier. Versatile and two-handed are different properties, so spear is a go. You can also use the greatest monk weapon of all, the human body. When you make an unarmed attack, it uses your dexterity modifier for attack and damage rolls, and you can use a d4 for the damage die. You can also make an unarmed attack as a bonus action after you attack with a monk weapon as your action. All of this gets ruined if you wear armor, so it's a good thing you get unarmored defense, making your AC 10 plus your dexterity and wisdom modifier when you're not wearing armor. Is it thick skin from a life in the jungle, or senses sharpened by a life in the jungle? Both. It's a bit of both. Third level rangers can choose a ranger conclave. Beastmaster just got a big buff from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, and by just got a big buff, I mean like, you know, 7 months ago. Anyway, Primal Companion gives you 3 new options for beasts that you can call your buddies. All of these beasts get bonuses from your proficiency bonus, some quick highlights for each. A beast of the land can force a strength saving throw on a creature if it's moved at least 20 feet in a straight line before making an attack, then knocking them prone if they fail. A beast of the sea grapples a target it attacks, and a beast of the sky can make a flyby attack, not provoking opportunity attacks, similar to your mobility from the mobile feat. The whole stat block for these creatures is in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. It's one of those things that's just easier for you to read than it is for me to explain with a voiceover. You can command your beast with a bonus action, but if you wanted to attack, it uses one of your attacks. Their damage scales a little bit better since it adds your proficiency bonus to the damage, so that's not a terrible idea. Send in the gorilla or a hawk or a fish if you think you're going to be in an ocean, a jungle, or I guess the flying beast would kind of work anywhere. You can also learn another spell like Jump to triple your jump distance for a minute. Vine swinging isn't really a thing in D&D, but this will give you some more aerial mobility. With Primeval Awareness, you also get another spell for free like Speak to Animals to speak to animals for 10 minutes. You can cast this once per long rest for free without a spell slot, and then more with spell slots if you like. That will be the same for all of the Primal Awareness spells we get later. 4th level rangers get an ability score improvement. Let's start off investing in our dexterity. That'll give us better dexterity and help us deal more damage with our monk weapons like a spear and a punch. Punch really is the best monk weapon. 5th level rangers get an extra attack, letting you make 2 attacks instead of 1 with your action, and you can trade that so one of your beastie buddies gets an attack instead. That's really up to you. As strong as you are, the gorillas are generally stronger. You can also learn 2nd level spells. Animal Messenger lets you send a tiny animal to send a message to someone within 50 miles of you if it can fly, and 25 miles if it can't. The message has to be of 25 words or less, so try something like, "Hello Jane, I am Tarzan. I like gorillas. I like snakes. I like birds. I like fish. I like turtles. Do you like me too?" Boom. Big charisma. 10 out of 10. 6th level rangers get roving, adding another 5 feet to your movement speed and giving you a swimming and climbing speed equal to your normal movement speed, really helping the Son of Man montage come together. I mean, Phil Collins is pulling most of the weight. He really went 110% on that soundtrack. 7th level Beastmasters get exceptional training, making your beast's attacks magical in terms of overcoming resistances. Let's say Clayton somehow got access to a giant chameleon that could shoot lasers out of its eyes, hypothetically. Do you think a normal snake would be able to bite that? 8th level rangers get another ability score improvement. Let's actually jazz up that wisdom for better animal handling skills and cheating animal handling skills from animal friendship. But for more animal friendship, 9th level rangers can learn 3rd level spells like conjure animals. To get this, conjure animals. You can summon 1 animal of challenge rating 2 or lower, 2 of challenge rating 1 or lower, 4 of challenge rating 1/2 or lower, or 8 of challenge rating 1/4 or lower. Apes have a 1/2 challenge rating, so that would bring 2/3 of the DK crew to help you for an hour depending on your concentration. 10th level rangers get tireless, letting you give yourself 1d8 plus your wisdom modifier and temporary HP as an action, an amount of times per day equal to your proficiency bonus. The big buff here is getting to remove 1 level of exhaustion with a short rest, so you really only need 1 hour of sleep per day. You might have been raised by gorillas, but you could be a serious night owl. You also get Nature's Veil, letting you turn invisible as a bonus action for 1 turn, an amount of times per day equal to your proficiency bonus. Look, if Clayton does get a giant chameleon, you can get chameleon powers. It's only fair. 11th level Beastmasters get Bestial Fury, letting your companion attack twice instead of once when you give it 1 of your attacks. So if you've got a Beast of the Land, that's 2d8 plus 12 at this level, not a bad option, especially since you can make it knock people prone. Part of being a proper king is delegation. 12th level rangers get another ability score improvement. Cap off your dexterity to make sure that you're more deadly than your animal friends. It would be kind of embarrassing to get outclassed by an animal. 13th level rangers can learn 4th level spells. Freedom of movement makes you immune to any effect that would slow your movement for an hour, including difficult terrain, paralyzation, or restraint, or grappling. You can also bust out of shackles by spending 5 feet of movement. The only person who gets to hold you is Jane, and that's the nice kind of holding. 14th level rangers get Vanish, letting you hide as a bonus action, and you can't be tracked by non-magical means. Normally I kinda dunk on this ability, but it is effective against Clayton. He's basically just a sharpshooter. Free extra build, you're welcome. 15th level Beastmaster Rangers can share spells, meaning spells you cast on yourself also affect your beast buddy. So Jump, Longstrider, even Cure Wounds, which heals 1d8 plus your wisdom modifier as an action by the way. Tarzan can heal in Kingdom Hearts. He can also cast Arrow, but I'm not gonna multi-class 5 levels into a caster class for something from Kingdom Hearts. I'll pick something up on the way though. And also, hey, not a druid, cause he doesn't turn into an animal. He's just buddies with them. 16th level rangers get another ability score improvement. I think capping off the wisdom modifier is our best move at this point. It'll make your healing a little bit better, as well as helping you with your other wisdom skills, and it will help you get that Tarzan attack going. I'm talking of course about the 17th level ranger, where we'll get a 5th level spell called Steel Wind Strike. This lets you make a melee spell attack against creatures within 30 feet of you, dealing 6d10 force damage to all the people you hit. Then you end up 5 feet away from someone you hit. It's a little bit of a stretch to say that I could put this on any speeder fighter, but I'm gonna say that. Also, wouldn't it be great if 3 of the 8 words Tarzan knew were nothing personnel, kid? 18th level rangers get feral senses, letting you attack creatures you can't see without disadvantage, and you get to know the location of invisible creatures within 30 feet of you. I swear, I'm not trying to build the Kingdom Hearts Tarzan, but this would really help deal with Clayton. Sorry, not Clayton! Our capstone is the 19th level of Ranger. We've capped off all of the important stats, so we might as well grab the Tough Feat for 40 extra HP, so you have the hit points of an elephant. Now that we've hit level 20, let's figure out how viable this build is. First, you're very mobile, with lots of speed, climbing abilities, swimming abilities, and big old hops. You can also cover some extra space thanks to your beastie buddy, and even more beastie buddies with conjured animals. Finally, your damage is nice and consistent, with Hunter's Mark and extra attack, not to mention 2 uses of Steel Wind Strike to handle crowds even better. For weaknesses, even with the buffs from Tasha's, Beastmaster is probably the worst I Have a Buddy subclass in the game. Heck, they gave Rangers a better one with the Draken Warden Unearthed Arcana. Beasts you're summoning with spells also don't scale well. They'll probably get killed in a single round in a challenge rating 20 encounter. Finally, you can't have Hunter's Mark and Conjured Beasts at the same time, so you need to pick and choose if you want to do things or have animals do things for you. I'm guessing you're playing Tarzan because you like animals, and animals don't need to be good to be loved. The Beastmaster subclass might be weak in combat, but the roleplay can be some of the most fun you'll ever have. Trust me, I've played one, it's a delight. Just make sure that you know your limits. You're not Superman, you know? Thanks for watching. If you like the video, subscribe for more. We make 2 videos every week. Join the Patreon to vote for Optimus Prime or Bumblebee from Transformers, and sub to Tulok and Mango for more Tulok fun.